So recently the Toronto Raptors haven't been doing so well. They went from second in the East, on top of their game, and supposedly one of the only teams in the East that can compete with the Cavaliers, to fourth, almost fifth in the East, and falling apart. With that in mind, today on NBA Source, I'm going to recap the rise, fall, and potential rise again of the Toronto Raptors. So I believe this all started on January 7th. The Raptors were playing the Bulls, and it was a big game because the Raptors were better than ever, and the Bulls had just gotten Dwayne Wade. The Raptors were looking to break their 10-game losing streak to the Bulls. The last time they beat the Bulls was on December 31st, 2013, and fans were very eager. Not to mention the Raptors just got DeMar DeRozan back from an ankle injury. Things didn't go so well. It was a tough loss, and it was the start of all their problems. So the very next day, they were set to play Houston Rockets. This was the second half of a back-to-back, and they lost that game. After that, in their next 3 games, things looked like they were going up as they won all 3 games. But after that, it just went even worse. They lost 5 games in a row, and they just weren't playing the same anymore. In the 10 games after that losing streak, they lost 6 and won 4. This slump that was following the Raptors didn't just go away, as they would go up and down with losing and winning streaks. But then the worst news of all would come. They would lose Kyle Lowry for potentially the rest of the regular season and only get him back for the playoffs. Some even said they'd get him back for the last bit of the regular season, but that was very unlikely. The reason why is because he would undergo surgery to remove loose bodies in his right wrist. For those who don't know what loose bodies are, they're fragments of bone or cartilage that break off and collect around the joint. In this case, his right wrist. At this point, the Raptors had slipped from second in the East and on top of their game to fourth, almost fifth in the East. But then the Raptors made a bold move and traded for Serge Ibaka and PJ Tucker. With a new fire lit in Toronto, the Raptors were ready to go, but they'd still lost Kyle Lowry. He was the leader of their team. He was an irreplaceable component of their offense and defense. And a lot of the times, when he isn't there to play or is on the bench, they fall apart and lose their lead if they have one. So far without Lowry, they've handled this transition pretty well. In their last 10 games, 8 of which have been without Lowry, they've won 6 and lost 4. Now jump forward to today. The Raptors are getting better and better and closing in on the 3rd spot. Do you believe they can bounce back to 3rd? And with that, I want to thank you guys for watching, and that's it.